Hey everyone, welcome back. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Autumn. I call myself Average Autumn on this channel just because I feel like everything I do is from the perspective of the average consumer. So I am not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to influence you. I don't consider myself an influencer. What I'm doing here is informing people of my experiences, and that is it. So there's really no ulterior motives. The links that I put below, I am not really affiliated with the brands. They're not paying me. I'm not doing sponsored posts, but I do put those links below that anybody can get just to kind of help the channel stay alive. So if you want to use those links, feel free. If not, totally get it. But anyway, today we're going to talk about Rosie Huntington Whiteley's new brand. I have a bare face because I'm going to try to do as much of a full face as I possibly can. Her brand is called Rose Inc. I bought a lot of products, well, I consider a lot of products. During Black Friday, she had a sale. I guess her company had a sale. I don't think she was like the one sitting behind the computer taking in the orders. But anyway, there was a sale and I wanted to try out the products. So a couple of years ago, she actually had another brand, and I don't know what happened to it, but it was available at the drugstore. I vividly remember Lisa Eldridge doing a makeup video with her, putting the makeup on her face using those products that were available at the drugstore. I tried to get my hands on those products and I couldn't. They were mostly available in the UK, and I think there were some available online here in the US on Walgreens, but they were always out of stock. Her drugstore brand seemed to kind of be like the Charlotte Tilbury of the drugstore. Like the packaging was like all rose gold and very beautiful. And it seems like this brand that she has done is more simple, more sorts of cream products and that sort of thing. So it seems like she's gone in a completely different direction, and I'm excited to try it out. So I'm first just gonna show you what I got. So the first thing that I got is this Radiant Reveal Brightening Serum. This serum was actually given as a free gift if you spent so much money on Black Friday. So that's how I got it. I probably wouldn't have picked it up otherwise, but I did just put it on under my foundation and I really enjoyed it. For some reason, I was thinking it was a primer. It's not, it's a serum, but I definitely feel like it would actually work as a great primer. So I probably will just continue to keep it here at my makeup table. The foundation I put over it actually isn't from her. She doesn't have a foundation. She does have a concealer though. It's this one from Dear Dahlia. Just in case you're curious, I figured I would go ahead and tell you. And I decided to use this one because when I did my review of the Dear Dahlia products, which I will have linked up here if you're interested, I noticed that this is more of like a sort of lotion sort of texture, and it was actually kind of grippy to the skin. And I wish that it had something that would help it slide a little bit more. And I noticed that when I put on the serum that it left behind a super sort of glass skin moisturized effect. And I thought that this would be perfect over it. So that is what I have going on right now. And also this company has cream blushes, and I figured that this foundation would be okay to work with cream blushes. So I do have a couple of their cream blushes. I ordered like, I think 5, is that all of them? I don't know, I ordered 5. One got canceled, like they went ahead and they just canceled one of them because it was then out of stock and they couldn't ship it to me. And then another one, they delayed the shipping, and I'm supposed to be getting it sometime today. So I will swatch it somewhere in this video alongside the rest of the blushes. But I just couldn't wait to make the video because I have stuff I gotta do today. So I picked up this kit that comes with a brow product, a lip product, and then a cream blush. And the cream blush in the kit is Azalea, and it's supposed to be Rosie's favorite shade. It looks much brighter on camera. It's interesting. And then I also picked up Anemone and Foxglove. I keep looking in the monitor and they all kind of look brighter than what they are. And I'm wondering if it's just my lighting or if that is to kind of like tell me what they'll look like on the skin. So opening these up, Foxglove looks like what I want to do today for the gym. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, I haven't felt the texture of these yet. Okay, so they looked like they were gonna be like a cream to powder if you look at the texture up close. And I wasn't sure, but they're actually quite creamy. Let me see there's a mail truck in front of my house. I'm wondering if I'm getting the other one right now. So they stay pretty creamy. This one right here is Azalea. So that's Azalea, that's Foxglove. This is Anemone. So Anemone, which seems to be like a brighter peach. Then we have Azalea and then Foxglove. Oh, and I think I didn't even mention it. I did pick up a concealer. So let's actually conceal really quickly before I go into the cream blush products. So online, it was hard for me to tell which shade would be the best for me, but I ended up getting LX010. And hopefully this is a good match. The doe foot is actually quite large and it holds a lot of product in the tip. It's got like a hollowed out tip. I don't know like how pigmented it is, so I'm gonna start out pretty light here. I didn't buy any of her brushes, but I do have some brushes that appear to be very similar to what she has on her site. So I'm gonna use this one, it's from Beauty Pie, and I'm just gonna use this to kind of work the concealer in and see what it looks like. So I think this might be a little light for me. It's so hard online to like find a good match. But hopefully it does oxidize a little bit. Normally when foundations and concealers are wet, just like regular paint, they are a little bit lighter than when they dry down. So hopefully this does deepen a little bit. And I'm gonna put a little bit of the concealer on my hand so I kind of get a feel for the formula. So yeah, I would say this is a medium coverage concealer, and it almost has like it's thin and it almost has like a serum-like quality about it. What do they say? I should probably read what they say. It just says a does-it-all concealer that brightens, blurs, and contours while nourishing the skin. This long-wear liquid formula minimizes the look of fine lines, redness, and discoloration for an even complexion that glows from within. All right, so let me just go ahead then, and I'm just gonna like go ham around my nose and on my face, and I might have to like add some bronzer to fix all of this. Yeah, this is much too light for my skin. I'm gonna use my fingers to warm it up. I feel like that's always the best bet. All right, so it's obviously too light for my skin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump off camera really quickly, add a little color back to my skin with some bronzer, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm all bronzed and ready to go. If you're curious what I used, it was this Milk makeup in Baked. And I went around all the places you would normally bronze, and then I went back through with this, and then just kind of blended it into the areas that were a little too pale. So there's still pretty pale. I didn't want to go overboard. I wanted to keep the consistency what it was so I could kind of tell you how it wore and all of that good stuff. And I will tell you, just from feeling it, this is definitely a concealer that you would need to set if you don't want creasing, especially if you're a little bit on the older side like I am. I think it's definitely gonna crease down there, but I'm not gonna powder until I'm all done using some of the cheek products. So the shade that I was most excited about was Foxglove. So I'm actually just gonna go, what was the other shade I ordered though, I wonder? Yeah, so the shade I'm waiting on is Heliotrope, but out of what I have here, I'm most excited about this one, which is Foxglove. So I'm first just gonna go in with my finger and then maybe blend it out with a brush if I feel like I need to. And this is pretty pigmented, so we'll see how it blends. Then I'm just gonna take that brush I used for my foundation and my bronzer and just kind of go around the edges. That's a really pretty shade. And I know I keep looking in the monitor and you guys don't like it. So I'm just gonna do it again. Going around the edges. I'm really gonna build it up, I think. So I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see really closely what the concealer and the blush looks like on my face. All right, so everything looked really dewy and effortless. I don't have an eyeshadow from her. I don't even know if she has eyeshadows, but I didn't get an eyeshadow from her, so I'm gonna jump off here really quickly, pop on some eyeshadow, and then we'll be back to use the rest of the product. All right, so eyes are done, and if you're curious, I used the Charlotte Tilbury quad that I got during Black Friday. I have a haul coming up showing you everything that I got, but I couldn't resist digging into this. I was just gonna do like a super simple look, and this is what I ended up with, but it's beautiful. Like, look at my eyes. By the way, this is the quad in the Golden Goddess. And then I did go ahead and I set my under eyes. I used this powder from Beauty Pie called One Powder Wonder. I really like this for setting cream products or setting my under eyes, just because it doesn't put like a colored film, or it doesn't really subdue what you put on. So it's just a translucent, super thin powder, like you can see there. And it doesn't really change your makeup look at all. And it doesn't really mattify either. It still kind of gives you a glowy effect to the skin. Like, you can't really tell where the powder ends. It just kind of sets everything in place. So with that being said, let's jump into the rest of the kit. There was a brow product and a lip product. I'm looking, oh, it's down here. So here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and do the lip thing first. So you can also use those cheek products on your lips. But then this is, what is this called? But this lip product is called Quartz, and it's called Lip Sculpt Amplifying Lip Color. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it out of this box. There we go. Oh, weird. There's like little pamphlets underneath. I mean, who would think to look under there for instructions and pamphlets? Okay. So here is the lip product. Oh, that's quite pigmented. I guess it kind of is pretty close to on the thing. I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay. Also, excuse my nails. I had Army over the weekend and had to take my nail polish off, and they don't look the best. So let's go in here. All right, so I was expecting this to be creamier, and it's not. It's like a matte. And I actually prefer that because I find like super creamy lip products just slide all over on me. Yeah, so I really like this. Okay, so let's just go ahead and look at the eyebrow product. It's Enriched Eyebrow Shaping Gel. Let's look and see if it's colored so I can try to figure out how I'm supposed to use this. It just says Fill 01. Okay. So do I need to use this before I use? Apply with short upward strokes. Add additional coats for a fuller, thicker looking brow. I'm going to curl my brows up first using the gel. And then I'm gonna go back and fill in any holes then. So that's not too bad. The brush is small, but it's nice and thick. And I'm gonna go in with this Beauty Pie pencil just really quickly to fill in any gaps, and I'll be right back. All right, so I filled in my brows, and I was a little bit curious as to what the cheek products, or the lip and cheek products, feel like on the lip. I'm gonna wipe this off really quickly and then pat some of this on just to see what it feels like and what it looks like. All right, so let's go in with some of this. And I have it on my finger. All right, so it's definitely a more transparent look. It still kind of has like a dry down to it, similar to the lip pencil. Maybe not as dry. It does feel like it's a little bit creamier. But I like this too, and you can also get like a more cohesive look since you're using the same shade that you're using on your cheeks, on your lips. All right, so let's just go through all of the products. I'm gonna start with obviously these. This is the reason I made the order. My favorite thing about these is how versatile they are and how well they blend. Like it blended flawlessly into my skin. And I think they look really beautiful. I'm excited to try all the shades. And if they made this into a bronzer formula, I mean, that would be amazing. I also want to point out that the packaging on these, if you see the little holes in the back, that is so you can take this pan out and put it in a magnetic palette. So like I have this little magnetic palette, and if they made like highlights and bronzers in that formula too that were cream, you could just pop them all in here and just take them with you, like say if you had a kit or something like that, which that would be super useful because all of these look the same. And really, if you turn them around, you can kind of see, obviously the shades are a little bit different that way. But I love when companies make their products depotable. It makes me actually want to buy them more. I really enjoyed this serum. I'm super surprised at how much I really liked it. And they gave it to us for free, but I'm wondering how expensive it is on the site. I'll look it up and have it on the screen, probably first time I used it in the video. But I'm gonna continue to use it and see how it works with my other makeup products, but I think this might be something that I'm gonna continue to use out of all of these. I found that the brow gel actually did kind of make my eyebrows look a little bit fluffier even before I added any color in, and I like the hold. It's not like super hard, but I think my brows look pretty good. So this is something I would also probably repurchase, but I do want to test it out a little bit more because I got burned recently with a Kosas brow product. I used it the first time, absolutely loved it, then got to using it a little bit more and did not like it. So the concealer, I actually really love the consistency of the concealer. I just wish that I had a better way to like choose my shade. I definitely went too light with this one. So maybe in the future, I will pick up a deeper shade. This lip product, I can see how a lot of people are going to like it, but for me, it was like take it or leave it. I do like that it's not like super creamy. And I'll swatch it here. I do like how it's not super creamy, but also I felt like my lips looked like a little bit like puckered, which 100% could just be the fact that it's freezing outside and everything on my body is dry. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other products or brands that you want me to try out and do a video on, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. And if you've tried this brand, let me know what your thoughts are. Anyway, I hope you all are having a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.